Life is a competition. It always has been. From the smallest insects to the largest mammals, every living thing is engaged in a constant struggle for survival. Charles Darwin, the father of evolution, called this struggle natural selection. We know it as survival of the fittest. This simple phrase captures a profound truth about the natural world. Only those who are best adapted to their environment will survive long enough to reproduce. But what does it really mean to be fit? Many people assume that survival of the fittest is all about physical strength. They imagine a world where the biggest, strongest and fastest animals always come out on top. This is a simplistic view, of course. While physical strength is undoubtedly important, it is only one aspect of fitness. In reality, survival depends on a complex interplay of factors. Intelligence, adaptability and social cooperation can be just as important as brute strength. In many cases, these other qualities are even more important. Think of the cunning of a fox, the camouflage of a chameleon, or the intricate social structures of ants. These are all examples of adaptations that have nothing to do with physical prowess. Consider the humble chameleon. It is hardly the strongest or fastest creature in the jungle, yet it thrives by blending seamlessly into its surroundings. Its ability to change color is a form of camouflage, allowing it to ambush unsuspecting prey. This remarkable adaptation is a testament to the power of strategy over brute force, or take the case of ants. Individually, they are tiny and easily crushed, yet they have colonized almost every corner of the planet. How? Through unparalleled cooperation and organization. Their complex societies with specialized roles and intricate communication systems are a marvel of the natural world. These examples illustrate a fundamental point. Survival is not a one-dimensional contest. It is a multifaceted challenge that demands a diverse range of adaptations. Physical strength is just one piece of the puzzle. In the human realm, the concept of strength takes on even greater complexity. We are not just physical beings. We are also emotional, intellectual, and social creatures. To thrive in our world, we need more than just muscle power. We need mental resilience, emotional intelligence, and the ability to navigate complex social landscapes. Mental strength is our capacity to persevere through challenges. It is the ability to stay focused, motivated, and resilient in the face of adversity. Think of the student who overcomes learning disabilities to excel in school, or the entrepreneur who bounces back from failure to build a successful business. These are examples of mental fortitude in action. Emotional intelligence is another crucial aspect of human strength. It is the ability to understand and manage our own emotions as well as the emotions of others. Emotionally intelligent individuals are adept at building and maintaining relationships. They are skilled communicators, negotiators, and peacemakers. In a world increasingly driven by collaboration, these skills are more valuable than ever. It is tempting to believe in a world where everyone is truly equal. A world where differences in strength, intelligence, and other abilities don't matter. This is a noble aspiration, to be sure, but it is also an unrealistic one. The truth is that humans are not created equal. We are born with different genetic predispositions, talents, and weaknesses. Some of us are naturally gifted athletes, while others excel in music or mathematics. Some are born into privilege, while others face hardship from the very beginning. This is not to say that we should abandon the pursuit of equality altogether. Far from it. We should strive to create a society that provides everyone with equal opportunities to succeed, regardless of their background or circumstances. However, we must also acknowledge the reality of human difference. Section 5. A world without rules. Imagine for a moment a world without laws, rules, or social norms, a world where might makes right and the strong are free to prey on the weak. In this chaotic and unforgiving environment, physical strength would undoubtedly reign supreme. Those who could not defend themselves or their possessions would quickly perish. Such a world would be a brutal and terrifying place. It would be a world where fear and violence were the norm, and compassion and empathy were rare commodities. Fortunately, this is not the world we live in. Human societies have developed elaborate systems of laws, rules, and social norms to regulate behavior and maintain order. These systems, while imperfect, serve a vital purpose. They create a framework for cooperation, allowing individuals to interact with each other in a relatively safe and predictable manner. They protect the weak from the strong and provide a mechanism for resolving disputes peacefully. Section 6. The fragility of order. It is easy to take these systems for granted, but we should never forget how fragile they are. History is replete with examples of societies that have collapsed into chaos and anarchy. The Roman Empire, once the dominant force in the Western world, crumbled under the weight of its own internal contradictions. The lesson is clear. Civilization is a thin veneer. Beneath the surface lies the potential for savagery and violence. It is only through constant vigilance and a commitment to upholding the rule of law that we can keep these darker impulses in check. This brings us back to the importance of individual strength. In a world where the rule of law is constantly under threat, we cannot afford to be passive bystanders. Each of us has a responsibility to cultivate our own inner strength. We must be prepared to stand up for what we believe in, to defend ourselves and our loved ones, and to fight for the preservation of a just and civilized society. Section 7. The price of weakness. The consequences of weakness are all too real. In the animal kingdom, weakness can mean the difference between life and death. A gazelle that lags behind the herd is easy prey for a lion. A bird with a broken wing will starve if it cannot find a safe haven. For humans, the stakes are often less immediate but no less significant. Weakness in all its forms, physical, mental, emotional, can limit our potential and prevent us from living fulfilling lives. It can make us vulnerable to exploitation and abuse. It can trap us in cycles of poverty, addiction and despair. And it can prevent us from achieving our dreams and making a meaningful contribution to the world. Section 8. The value of compassion. Recognizing the importance of the strength does not mean embracing a callous or indifferent worldview. Compassion and empathy are not signs of weakness. They are essential human qualities that allow us to connect with others, build strong communities and create a more just and humane world. In fact, true strength encompasses compassion. It is the strength to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves, to fight for justice and equality for all, to show kindness and understanding in a world often driven by self-interest and greed. This is the kind of strength we should all aspire to cultivate. Section 9. The strength to adapt. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace. Technology is advancing at breakneck speed. The global economy is in a state of constant flux. And the challenges facing humanity, climate change, resource scarcity, political instability, are more daunting than ever. In this volatile and uncertain environment, the ability to adapt is paramount. Those who cling rigidly to the old ways of doing things will be left behind. Survival, now more than ever, belongs to the adaptable. Adaptability is not about abandoning our values or principles. It is about being open to new ideas and ways of thinking. It is about being willing to learn new skills and embrace new technologies. And it's about having the courage to change course when necessary. Section 10. A call to action. The message is clear: strength matters. It matters for our survival, for our success, and for the future of our species. But strength is not something we are born with. It is something we must cultivate. We must nurture our physical bodies, challenge our minds, and strengthen our spirits. We must learn to adapt to a changing world, to overcome adversity, and to persevere in the face of challenges. This is the call to action for our times. Embrace the struggle, build your strength, and become the best version of yourself that you can be. The future belongs to those who are ready for it.